We are currently here in the second floor of the Museum of Modern Art, currently looking at an abstract piece by an upcoming artist inspired by judicial activism and restraint. If we look on the top left, surrounded by blue, we see former Governor of California and 14th Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, Earl Warren. Now on the bottom right, we're going to see former Justice Felix Frankfurter, appointed by FDR. When looking at Frankfurter's portrait and subsequent orange aura, if we will, the word angular comes to mind. The artist really conveys Frankfurter's restraint by the sharp lines keeping and restraining his corner of the work. All of this really adds to his hesitation to strike down laws and his judicial restraint philosophy of leaving policy decisions to the legislative and executive branches as often as he can. And if you can see the abstract branches surrounding his head, it's the artist's way of extending this philosophy. Frankfurter's only extension is that of the legislative and executive branches. Ending on this note, Frankfurter, the near embodiment of judicial restraint, once said, "As a member of this court, I am not justified in writing my opinions into the Constitution, no matter how deeply I may cherish them." Now let's move across this orange aura and into the opposite end of the color wheel, obviously an intentional addition by the artist, to Warren's opposing blue aura. The free-flowing patterns across his head and the extension of the aura, if we will, is textbook abstract activism. Although most judges like to think that they are not activists, Warren's activist court decided on the landmark decision of school desegregation in Brown v. Board of Education. Amid the blue, extensive background, we can see the abstract outlines of a few dozen people. The artist uses these people as a metaphor for the philosophy of judicial activism to step in and protect the rights of the people and their system of government. Judicial activism believes that judges should feel free to step in when other branches are bending the law or violating the Constitution. And that's really Brown v. Board of Education in a nutshell. We'll leave you on a quote by Warren himself. He says, "When the rights of any individual or group are chipped away, the freedom of all erodes." Thank you and have a nice evening.